been learning about the psychology involved in sports injuries, and one of the fascinating things that I've learned that I want to share with you is about the mindset and what might be going on for the person prior to the injury actually happening. I'm mainly talking about acute injuries, like accidents that might happen while that you're actually doing the sport itself. Recently I went for a run, and just before I was setting off I tripped down the curb outside my house. In reflection upon what I've been learning, what I've kind of come to realise is that I was quite stressed at the time when I left the house, and I was feeling quite anxious and quite stressed, which was the reason in fact why I had made the decision to go for a run in the first place. If you speak to runners, I think many runners will say that they run for mental health, and that any sports in fact, and going to the gym, people use as a coping mechanism in order to feel better mentally. But what's really important is that when we're in a heightened state of stress, anxiety, or feeling down, or we've got a particular problem that's actually happening for us in the here and now, we take time to be mindful and to put certain things in place before we begin with our workout or our run or going to the gym. Often we're going to be doing that when we are stressed and wanting to use it as an outlet to feel better afterwards. So we need to get ourselves into a position where we are in fact in a place where we're not putting ourselves at risk. Before you start your exercise, you just take a second or so just to check in with yourself. We can eliminate the causes of injury prior to actually beginning the exercise or the sport or the event or the competition, just by being mindful before we start, releasing any tension that we might have in our body by relaxing the different parts of our body. A lot of times we might be holding tension in a particular part, like our shoulders or our jaw or our back, and that can lead on to injuries there as well, even though we might not be primarily using that muscle group. So also kind of having a way to kind of park or contain the thoughts and feelings that we have around incidences and circumstances around us that are causing us to feel a heightened level of stress is really important too. So if you can somehow find a way to compartmentalize those things that are bothering you, in order that you leave it at home, or you write it down, or you create a way in which you can do that, so that when you do go into the exercise moment, you're able to allow yourself to be fully immersed in that and focused without distraction. So there's just a few tips that I wanted to share with you, having been learning about this subject, and I will be looking forward to coming back soon with further information and experience that I can share with you around the recovery of injury as well. Look forward to seeing you then.